Hello and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about our identity and how what we believe about ourselves in real practical terms help you understand how that dictates our reality, our environment, what we accept and allow, and how that can either pull us down in life or lift us up. And to me, this is teaching that is big part of the Bible, huge part. Like they talk about a lot of different things, like I am, that's your identity. Also, you know, giving prophets new names, new identities, right? There, I believe that that is just a metaphor for speaking on. You have to have new identity or new I am statements instead of I am, Lynn Marie. I am Zen Penguin. It would help me from that standpoint understand that my old identity was very much in victimhood. Like I literally, I've shared on this channel, really sucked at education, traditional government education. So my old identity would have been more in the I am stupid. And in the Zen Penguin Forum, it would be I am a teacher of emotional regulation. That is my new I am statement to get into a new identity so I don't keep defaulting to those wounded things and feel traumatized because you can't be a teacher if you think you're stupid. So let's use some practical examples to help you understand what it is I'm trying to explain here and how important it is because it is. It's very important. So just imagine, so now we're just going to go into some really impractical understandings because that's how I feel like we can understand it practically. Because if we try to talk about this in woo-woo terms, just the not the way that you apply teachings. I have a huge issue with that. Like, we have so many people running energy reports and astrology reports, and it's like, great, I know all this, but how do I apply it in a real practical way, logical way into my life? And that's really what I try to do on this channel is help you understand how you do that. So let's start with the impractical way of understanding this so we know the practical way to apply it. That's what we're trying to go for here. So the logic I want to use here is let's just say that you are a very angry person. We're going to start with anger because there's a lot of anger going on in this world. And, people have this righteous justice type energy that they use to kind of make their anger okay or justify their anger. And trust me, I have that. I'm a Libra ascendant. I want every justice in the world. All injustice triggers me. But it's important to understand that from an I am angry identity versus I am a teacher of emotional regulation energy, the anger is not going to get you anywhere in getting justice or justice in any form, justice against the government, got justice against your boyfriend being a cheating lying snake. I mean, justice, right? And what are the things that make you angry? So we're going to use that identity. I'm an angry person. I am angry. Just by saying I am angry, you are saying you're an angry person. And so now your reactive patterns are going to be anger, but because it's part of your identity, you justify it. This is why we want to reshape what we believe about ourselves, because what we believe about ourselves is going to dictate if it's okay, if our behavior is okay or not. And anger gets us nowhere. If you watch my channel enough, you'll understand that the lower dimensional energies are all reactive and they're not going to really do anything. They're not going to instigate any change. No, they're just going to instigate chaos. So what would be a new I am statement that we could use in replacement of the I am angry when we're triggered? Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to feel that anger and reframe it to something else. This is the power we've had all along. Anger makes us do some crazy things. Let's just keep it real, like stupid crazy. And we know that. We can say not me, but yeah, you've sabotaged your life in some way from anger. It doesn't have to be big things like jail or murder, but we've all done it. So knowing that. So we're going about our day and we have an identity based in anger. I'm an angry person. I'm aggressive. This is, even my tone is always very antagonistic because I'm angry, right? And so, what would be a new belief, concept, identity that we can have about ourselves to neutralize that anger? Because if you don't do this, you believe that your identity is anger, you will always react the same way from anger. You're rooted in those patterns. So, what would be the opposite? I am peace. I'm a peace leader. That would be so hard for some of the people losing it over the political stuff right now. Because what we're really doing, I just want to just say this. Most of the time our I am angry identity stuff is very unconscious. So we're trying to make the unconscious conscious here. So the way we would do that is I am peace. I am a peaceful leader. Instead of I am an angry leader. I am an angry justice seeker. I am a peaceful justice seeker. This is the practical application of reframing our beliefs. And I'm going straight for the jugular here. I'm going straight for the root archetypal identity stuff that needs a shift. So it might seem very illogical that just changing your identity, I am statements can really exponentially change your life in any way, but it can. So let's make a real conscious effort when we're triggered to say, I'm a peaceful leader. And what does that mean to be a peaceful leader? It means to be at peace. Is this feeling peace? No, it's anger. This is my old identity. I need to shift this away, right? It's a reminder when you're triggered. It's also, once you think a thought over again, it becomes belief. So we're really just going at this in the real way that's going to change our lives. All right. So let's talk about another example so can we really, really understand this. This is going to be my favorite one because this is what a lot of people are in. And that is, I am a victim. So I know there's a video way back that I talked about the biggest addiction on our planet is being a victim. That's the addiction. And, it's the biggest problem on our planet because to me, it really, if we're in that place that we're feeling like we're a victim to the world, to the government, to our partner, to our kids, to the establishment, to our boss, like if we're always in that I'm a victim energy, that's so low. That's what creates addiction. That's what creates seeking outside of ourselves to feel better, but it only perpetuates the victimhood. So let's make an example. If I'm consistently thinking I'm a victim and I set a goal in my big dream, I'm going to manifest energy of being a self-employed entrepreneur. And I start a company selling widgets online. So you start to try to manifest them. You start doing law of attraction videos, vision boards, all the good things, right? And so what's going to happen though is that you are going to have things happen because when you manifest it, the first thing that happens in manifestation is it's going to remove the blocks. This is where everybody gets tricked up on anything they're trying to do in life is they have to remove the blocks because we're so used to controlling and the universe is trying to control a narrative and a path to get us to where we want to be. And so the first thing that happens is that. And so we've been doing it hardcore. We meditated all day on Sunday. We go work on Monday, and our boss says there's a very big possibility that you're about to be laid off. Now, if you're coming at that from I am victim, then you're going to go into deep depression. You're not going to go home and work on your side hustle. You're not going to do anything but immediately start trying to find a job, and you're going to immerse yourself in that because of your belief system being a victim. I have to fight for a new job because those don't come easy, and just whatever it is that victim mentality tells you about the situation. And so, how that would look different from somebody who is, I am a victor and I am a conscious creator of my reality, and all the things that would be opposite victim. You could just start with one I am statement. You would have took that and like, okay, here we go. The universe is going to do this. Oh man, if I get laid off, I get a little bit of financial buffer and I can really go hard on my new widget business. This is amazing. This works. And it does work. It works, y'all. It works because then you're not sabotaging yourself. Victim makes you sabotage. You're sabotaging the goal and the dream you just set up the day before because you got something that you're not looking at as a victor thing. You're looking at it as a victim thing that you have to fix and control and correct instead of surrendering and saying the universe has got this. It is providing a way for me to get my widget business going. I am a victor. I am doing it. So it's very important to recognize maybe one of the biggest unconscious I am things you're saying about yourself. Like mine was I am stupid. I had a lot of them. Like when I am stupid came to my career. I am rejected came to love. And I am crazy when it came to my family dynamics because I had been given that feedback for so long. When all I was really trying to do is get justice for really justified family patterns. But all I had to do was rewrite that. So, and now the biggest thing I want you to hear about what rewriting this does is it does improve your life. Don't get me wrong. But the number one thing it does is you no longer get triggered into that old I am, which means you're no longer angry, the first example, and it means you're no longer a victim in the second example. And then you start to perceive the reality different, change your thoughts, change your life, right? Start to perceive everything as perfectly aligning to get you where you want to go. And you don't look at it in a way that I have to fix and control this because this doesn't look like it's leading me in the right direction. We really do that because anything that looks like we will experience sorrow or hardship, we want to fix and control right away because we believe through victim that it's hardship. Victors wouldn't think that. So it's really the difference between the people that kind of stay stuck and the people that break free. All right, so I hope this really helps. I really wanted it to hit home for you guys. I really want to have some practical examples. So let's just start saying a new I am when we uncover that vicious I am that's keeping us stuck in the lower emotions. Victim, victor, depression. I am a victor. I am a teacher. Those things can really start if only just saying it over and over again when you catch the other to create a new belief and then really change your life. So it will start to shift. All right. So, do you have any examples of a hardship that you've overcome by just simply shifting a belief about it? This happened, and I first went into this belief, and then I was like, heck no, this is the new thing I want to think about this situation. Because it's never the situation that's bothering us, it's our belief about it, or what we're perceiving that situation to mean. It's the meaning we're giving it, right? We really want to work on the external, not dictating our meanings, the way we feel, or any of that. We are strong. I am a victor, right? All right, so if you have an example of that, share it below because it's the hardest things to understand. And I would really enjoy reading your experiences, or if this video helps shift you in some way and you're going to start applying it. Great. No. All right, so that's it for now, and until next time, take care.